In today's video, we'll be counting down the top 5 news and rumors in pro wrestling, including shocking new plans the WWE has for Roman Reigns. A major competitor to WWE could be going out of business very soon. A huge star in WWE has been demoted by the company, and Ronda Rousey is involved in something very disgusting. But first, we have breaking news. John Cena is making his return to WWE, but unfortunately his return is at a very bad time when WWE is in big trouble after shocking allegations surfaced against Vince McMahon. And as you may know, Vince McMahon and John Cena are very close. And a former WWE wrestler says that John Cena, during his last contract, had to sign a very secure NDA. Basically means that John Cena is banned from talking about the secret ongoings inside WWE. But this former wrestler who makes this shocking allegation says that as the investigation goes on, there will be some shocking allegations surfacing involving John Cena and WWE, but who knows what the truth will turn out to be. WWE is about to do something to Roman Reigns that will make fans very upset. So when Roman Reigns signed his new contract in May of 2022, it meant that he was now going to become a part-time wrestler. Now, originally, when WWE decided to put both the WWE title and the Universal title on Roman, they thought that they were basically guaranteeing that Roman would now be on Raw and Smackdown every single week. Unfortunately, during contract negotiations, Roman was able to get a part-time contract for huge money. And it meant that WWE was forced to now reduce the number of times that Roman would be on TV, and they had to decide, okay, do we want Roman on Raw or SmackDown? And they decided they want Roman on SmackDown. But still, even though Roman is mostly on SmackDown, he's barely on SmackDown. He's only been on SmackDown once in the past month. So now WWE officials are actually working on a plan to take both titles off of Roman, and they are going to re-separate the titles. The WWE title is going to go back to Raw, and the Universal title will go to SmackDown, and Roman will no longer be the champion. And they're doing this because of Roman Reigns' new contract and how he's barely going to be on TV. He will wrestle at the big pay-per-views, but because he only gets so many appearances a year due to the contract, WWE has to figure out how to handle it. And unfortunately, the way they're going to handle it in the next few months is to take both titles off of him. A major WWE competitor is in big trouble. Now, recently, AEW has seen a major decline in their ratings. Now, this is due to a lot of different things, including the injury to their champion, CM Punk, injury to Bryan Danielson, and what some AEW fans see as a lackluster pay-per-view, Forbidden Door, which pits New Japan versus AEW. And fans have said that they would have preferred just a regular AEW pay-per-view instead of New Japan versus AEW, and some AEW fans have said they're going to skip this pay-per-view because they just have no interest in seeing New Japan wrestlers versus AEW, because not every fan knows the wrestlers from New Japan or even what New Japan is. And unfortunately, the interest in AEW right now is at its lowest peak since fans returned. Will the company go out of business due to this current downturn they're in? Probably not. AEW fans are very passionate, and some might sit this pay-per-view out, but they'll return in July or in August when something else comes around, or when CM Punk returns. They're going to come back bigger and better A major WWE star has sadly been demoted. One of the only male NXT stars who has made it big in WWE in recent years is Riddle. Of course, we saw other male NXT stars like Keith Lee and Karrion Kross fizzle out very quickly due to mishandling by WWE. Unfortunately, WWE could be now mishandling Riddle and sadly demoting him. He lost to Roman Reigns. He lost to Omos a few days later. He then was beaten down by Seth Rollins for basically no reason. Unfortunately, Riddle, it seems, has lost favor with WWE, and until Randy Orton comes back, it may not get any better. But he has a lot of talent, so hopefully WWE will change their mind. Ronda Rousey was involved in a situation with WWE that she says was disgusting. Ronda Rousey's current run in WWE is going great, but there was an incident backstage that could ruin it all. On a recent episode of Smackdown, Natalya came out to the ring dressed as Ronda Rousey, and she was also pushing a baby stroller. This is because Ronda Rousey gave birth to a baby last year, and Ronda talks a lot about her baby because she's a new mom, but Natalya was making fun of her. One thing that fans noticed immediately was when Natalya was pushing the baby stroller down the aisle, it was empty. They thought if she was going to go all the way with a joke, put just a baby doll in there. You know, go to a store for $10 and buy a doll of a baby. And it'll be funny, and because you're already dressing up like her, it'll make sense. But she pushed an empty stroller. It's very strange. Why did this happen? Well, it turns out the reason why that stroller was empty was because Ronda Rousey, seconds before Natalya was supposed to go out there, put her foot down and said, "Take the baby doll out of the stroller, because I don't want any kind of misinterpretation that they're making fun of my baby, or that, you know, when the stroller got thrown at Ronda Rousey, the baby would be in the stroller and then might go flying out into the crowd or, you know, land on its head or something." Even though it's a doll, Ronda was just concerned because I don't want to see what's supposed to be my baby flying through the air or landing on its head. So Ronda got in a shouting match with Natalya, with WWE officials, and Ronda said, "I'm not going out there until that baby doll is taken out of the stroller because this is disgusting. You're basically mocking my baby. Take the baby out." And in fact, Ronda did say, you know what, just forget out the whole baby stroller thing. No baby doll, no stroller, just get rid of the whole thing. Just don't even bring up my baby. She can dress as me, but I don't want my baby involved. But then there was a compromise saying, okay, we'll take the baby doll out, but we have to leave the stroller because it's just part of the act. We can't rewrite the script. Natalya has to go out there in 10 seconds. Just let us do this. So Ronda said, fine, just do it, but I'm not going to be happy. And so they did it. The empty stroller, which didn't make any sense. And Ronda went out there. Natalya and her got in a fight. The stroller was thrown at Ronda. When Ronda got backstage, she just let everyone have it. She was just angry. How dare you bring my baby into this? And from now on, never write a script that involves my baby ever again. The only way that my baby is going to be brought up in this show is if I bring it up. So what are your thoughts about the plan that WWE has to take both titles off of Roman Reigns? Also, what do you think about Ronda Rousey being disgusted with WWE over involving her baby into a storyline? Leave a comment below and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you are notified when we upload a new video.